Before we begin, imagine humiliating one of the most powerful billionaires in the world, and then running away before anyone could stop you. Now imagine that same billionaire spending millions of dollars just to find you again. But not for revenge, for something far more shocking. What secret did that mysterious girl hide? Why did the CEO suddenly become obsessed with finding her? And how did a simple glass of water change two lives forever? Stay with this story till the end because the final twist will leave you speechless. And if you love dramatic, emotional, and mysterious stories like this, subscribe to this channel now so you never miss the next unbelievable story. The story. Rain hammered the glass walls of the luxurious Skyline Grand Hotel, the most expensive hotel in the city. Inside the glittering ballroom, the wealthiest investors, celebrities, and journalists gathered for the annual business gala hosted by the famous billionaire CEO Adrian Cole. Adrian Cole was not just rich. He was legendary. At only 32, he had built a global technology empire worth billions. Media called him the Ice King of business. Cold, ruthless, and untouchable. No one had ever seen him smile. But tonight, everything was about to change. Near the back of the ballroom stood a young waitress holding a silver tray. Her name was Lena. Her uniform was simple, her shoes worn out, and her eyes carried a quiet sadness. No one noticed her, no one except fate. Lena worked 2 jobs just to pay her grandmother's medical bills. Tonight was supposed to be just another exhausting shift. Serve drinks, stay invisible, go home. But then she heard a voice. Move aside. A rich woman in diamonds shoved Lena roughly, causing the tray to shake. A glass of water trembled dangerously. Across the hall, Adrian Cole walked in. The entire room fell silent. Cameras flashed like lightning. Investors rushed forward. Reporters whispered excitedly. The most powerful man in the room had arrived. Adrian walked with calm confidence, his black suit perfect, his sharp eyes scanning the crowd like a king observing his kingdom. Then his gaze stopped on Lena. For a brief moment, their eyes met. Something strange flickered in his expression. Confusion, recognition, something deeper. Lena froze. Her heart pounded violently. Why did this man feel so familiar? But before she could think further, chaos erupted. The same rich woman who pushed Lena earlier snapped her fingers impatiently. Hey, waitress, water. Startled, Lena turned too quickly. Her hand slipped, and in the next second, the entire glass of cold water splashed directly onto Adrian Cole's expensive suit. The ballroom gasped. Silence fell like a bomb. Time seemed to stop. Adrian stood completely still, water dripping from his jacket. A billionaire, humiliated, in front of everyone. Security guards rushed forward immediately. Sir, are you all right? The rich guests whispered nervously. She's finished. That girl just ruined her life. He'll destroy her. Lena's face turned pale. She knew what this meant. Losing this job. Paying compensation she could never afford. Maybe worse. Fear gripped her chest. Without thinking, she did the only thing she could. She ran. The tray crashed to the floor as Lena pushed through the shocked crowd and disappeared out the ballroom doors. Security guards shouted behind her. Stop her. But she was already gone. Everyone turned back toward Adrian Cole, expecting fury. But instead, something unbelievable happened. Adrian began to laugh. Not loudly, not wildly, but a quiet, mysterious smile appeared on his face. The first smile anyone had ever seen from him. He whispered something under his breath. It's really you. His assistant blinked in confusion. Sir. Adrian looked toward the door Lena escaped through, his eyes glowing with determination. Find her. The assistant nodded quickly. Of course, sir. She will be arrested immediately. Adrian shook his head. No. His voice was calm, but powerful. Offer a $5 million reward. The assistant nearly dropped his tablet. $5 million. To find the waitress. Adrian's expression turned serious. Make it $10 million if necessary. The assistant stared, shocked. Sir, why? Adrian looked toward the rain pouring outside the glass walls. His voice was barely a whisper. Because she might be the girl who saved my life. Across the city, Lena ran through the rain until her lungs burned. She finally stopped under a broken streetlight, trembling. What have I done? She imagined security finding her. Lawsuits. Prison. Tears mixed with rain on her cheeks. Her phone buzzed. She looked down and froze. A news alert. Her heart dropped. 10 million. Why would a billionaire spend that much just to find her? Fear crept into her chest. Something about this felt wrong. Very wrong. Meanwhile, Adrian sat alone in his penthouse office overlooking the city. Rain streaked down the glass windows. On his desk lay an old photograph. A photo taken 20 years ago. 2 small children standing beside a river. One was a weak, sickly boy. The other, a little girl holding a bottle of water. Adrian gently touched the photo. His voice trembled slightly. I finally found you, Lena. But the mystery was far deeper than anyone knew. Because Lena didn't remember him. And the truth behind their past was darker, and more dangerous, than either of them could imagine. The next morning, the story exploded across the entire country. Television channels, social media, newspapers, everyone talked about the mysterious girl who dared to throw water on the most powerful CEO alive. And the even stranger part. The CEO wasn't angry. He was desperate to find her. Posters spread across the city. Lena saw her face everywhere. Panic filled her chest. She stopped leaving the house. But she couldn't hide forever. Because powerful eyes were searching for her. And not all of them belonged to Adrian. 3 days later, Adrian received a message. Sir, we found her. His heart skipped a beat. Where? But before the assistant could answer, another message appeared on Adrian's phone. Unknown number. Only 1 sentence. Adrian's expression darkened instantly. The past he thought was buried had finally returned. And someone was willing to kill to keep the truth hidden. He stood slowly. His voice turned cold and dangerous. Prepare the car. The assistant hesitated. Sir, where are we going? Adrian looked at the old childhood photo again. To protect the woman who saved my life. He closed his fist tightly. Even if I have to destroy everyone who stands in the way. At that exact moment, across the city, Lena opened her apartment door. And froze in terror. Because standing outside, was Adrian Cole himself. And behind him, 10 black security vehicles. The billionaire looked directly into her shocked eyes. His voice was calm, emotional, and filled with a truth she was not ready to hear. Hello, Lena, you probably don't remember me. But 20 years ago, you gave a dying boy a bottle of water. And that boy, he stepped closer, was me. Lena's mind spun in disbelief. But the biggest shock was still coming. Because the reason Adrian searched for her was not just gratitude, it was something much deeper. Something that would change both of their lives forever.